Some turns and spins and some technique with arms and such, and Guyton, of course, worked your isolations. I'm going to work isolation a little differently and give you some Cuban motion, Latin motion. We'll start with that, then we're going to work on some waltz technique, and then you'll be done. You'll be totally cooked by then. Let's talk about Cuban motion, Latin motion. Latin motion is not wiggling your butt. That is what people think it is, but it's not. So what I want everybody to do, feet apart. I want you to pretend you're waiting for the bus or the train. I want you to sit on your right foot and just sort of wait for the train. Right, and switch. It's like waiting for your DJ to play music. Oh. And switch. And switch. And switch. You just did Cuban motion. That's what it is, all right? The concept of taking full weight on your supporting leg. Full weight. So if you've got your feet apart and you rest all the weight on your right leg is straight, isn't it? Your right leg is straight, that pops your hip out. And when you switch to your other foot, your left leg is straight, that pops your hip out. By taking a full straight leg and sitting all the weight on it, that's what causes, that's the easiest way for you to understand Cuban motion, okay? And it's not just going, it's not that, okay? A lot of people think, okay, I can do it. No, it's all in the weight placement, okay? So what we're gonna do to start with, and this is kind of difficult at first, and you're all gonna do it backwards, but it's okay. When you first start, keep all the weight on your right leg, right hip out. We're going to go that direction in just Cuban walks, we call it. To start with, take your left foot and tap the inside edge of the ball of your foot. Inside edge. That pops your hip out a little more. Then, and actually we'll do it with a little side step there. So just tap that foot. Then what I want you to do is roll onto that leg, switch the other foot, and as you do that, bring your left inside edge of the ball of foot in, which pops your hip out more. Then roll to the other foot and step to the side. And switch. Bring your foot together and switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. So as you step to your left, your right hip goes out. As you step to your left, your right hip goes out. The only way you can do that is that you have to tap the inside edge of the foot. If you tap the full foot, your hip goes there. Tap the inside edge, this one goes out. Okay? So you're pressing in on the left foot, causing the right hip to move. When you bring your foot together, transfer weight to the inside edge of your right foot, your left hip pops out. So it's right hip, left hip. Right hip, left hip. For a while, you'll go backwards. Okay, when you first learn this, sometimes we go backwards. And I'm going to be switching people forward and back here in a second. Let's try this again. As you step to your left, your right hip goes out. As you bring your foot together, your left hip goes out. As you step again, your right hip goes out. As you bring it together, your left hip goes out. So it's right hip, left hip, right hip, left hip, right hip, left hip, right hip. Oh, the front row has got it. How about you move back one, in the back row you come up. Come on up, you guys. Come on up. Just come on up one row. Just switch one row each. Just the same amount, however Guyton had you rotate, that's how we'll do it. All right, let's step to the side again. Ready? And right hip, left hip, right hip, left hip, right hip, left hip. Stop right there. Some of you are perfectly backwards. It's okay, because when you step to the side, do not use that hip. When I step to my left, don't go like this. It's natural to do it. That's the opposite of Cuban motion. I'm not sure what we'll call it, but it's not Cuban motion, okay? So you want to dig with the inside edge of that foot. That pops that hip out. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. What if we go the other way? Same thing. As you dig with the right foot, the left hip is out. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Go ahead and rotate. Not sure how we did it, but you'll figure it out. Come on up, come on up, come on up. Same thing, stepping to the side. We're going to do a very simple line dance. That's going to be 16 counts, one wall, no tags, no restarts. Okay, 16 counts. 8 counts Cuban motion that way, 8 counts Cuban motion this way. Starting to the side with your left foot, right hip goes out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, tap 8. Then go into your right, your left hip will go out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, touch 8. And we start again. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are messing up. As soon as you tap, when you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, touch 8, when you step to the right, the left hip stays where it is. Because some of you immediately went here, I got it. Okay. Let's rotate again, rotate again. Switch, switch, switch. Switch, switch, switch. Bring something more up front. 16 count line dance. One wall, no tags, no restarts. Here we go. Starting to the left with the left foot, right hip goes. Ready? And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That takes some practice, okay? If you just practice those Cuban walks like that, it'll make all of it easier, okay? Technically, we don't hardly ever do that just sideways like that. We have forward and back breaks, all right? And cha-cha, let's say. And it's the same figure, it's the same thing. Let's do a side, I'll tell you what we do. Let's do side, together, and as you're doing it, just let the foot rock forward and back a little bit. Still side together. Go this way for a second. Let me kind of demonstrate what I did over here. Just watch. If I'm going sideways, and I just want to kind of bring that left foot forward and back a little bit, it gives me the idea of how to at least do it. I mean, we're going to use the right foot as well, but I just want you to get the idea, at least going forward, how to do that. You guys over here, the same thing, just so you get the idea that you can step forward or backwards with that foot. If we're going sideways, and I choose to step forward or back, even the other foot, doesn't matter, I can do it forward and back and have the same action, okay? Technically, we have left foot forward, right foot back. In cha-cha, let's say, in cha-cha, if you're doing a basic, you would go, let's say left foot forward, you would go 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. As I step forward on my left foot, my right hip goes up. I'll just call it rock, recover, cha-cha-cha, make it easier. Rock, recover, cha-cha-cha. As I step back on my right foot, my left hip goes out. Okay? You're always going to be opposite. Cha-cha-cha, rock, and cha-cha, left hip, rock, and cha-cha, right hip, rock, and cha-cha-cha. Now, the only way you can really learn that is practice going sideways. Just practice going sideways, and then switch the feet. In other words, when I'm going forward, on my left, kind of go forward and together. Forward and together. Forward and together. Forward. And then when we're going right foot, if you're going sideways, right, practice back. Right, practice back. Right, practice back. So does everyone understand what I'm doing? I'm still trying to make you go sideways, but then practice either the left forward or right back. So if I'm going left and I've got it going okay, if I've got my hips going okay, then it's easy to kind of like let it go a little bit forward, just to get the feeling of it, okay? If I'm doing it with my right foot going back, just to let your right foot do the back rock, and back. That's the way to practice. Rotate. Critical piece here, and I know you guys are kind of tired, we've done a lot of stuff. Latin motion doesn't have rise and fall really. It's very smooth, okay? It's all in the hips and rib cage. You know, when you are isolating, it's all in this part too. It's in your hips and your rib cage. So this is not a good cha-cha. And we see a lot of that, okay? Not good. At least keep it down low in the hips, or don't do much. Just don't do this, okay? When you learn, it'll all be down in your hips. Now, most people won't do very much Cuban motion on the cha-cha-cha. It's too fast. You can, you don't have to. Just on the 2-3 part, just on the rock step. So when you kind of do, let's do forward and back basic. Left foot forward, right foot will rock back, but left foot forward. Go ahead and try to use the right hip, rock, step. On cha-cha-cha, don't worry about the hips. Cha-cha-cha. On the back rock, it's your left hip. Rock, step, no hips there. If you want, they can still go, but you don't have to. So it's rock, step, cha-cha-cha, rock, step, cha-cha-cha. That makes sense? Also in Cuban motion, or in Latin dances, you're always going to step on the ball of your foot. Always. There's never really a heel in this situation. Okay? The heel will relax itself. There's times the heel will relax. But I'm taking a foot strike. Every foot strike is the ball of my foot. Always. It's never going to go rock, step. Is everyone understand that? In Cuban motion or in any Latin dance, it's always the ball of the foot on every step. Yeah, the heel can relax, but I'm never going to step forward on the heel. Okay? That causes the Cuban motion to work better by stepping on the ball of the feet. That's why people look kind of bad on some dances if they always use the ball of their foot. They kind of go, they kind of wiggle too much, okay? No problem? So that's just something you have to practice. Okay? We're going to go on. So that was Cuban motion. I do have to had a request to explain squishy feet from the Atlantis dance. So those of you that were in the Atlantis dance, even if you weren't, you're going to learn it. It's going to be a popular dance. It's coming up the charts really big, so everybody's going to learn it. Squishy feet is a weird step. It's a weird step. It's like an Applejack. How many of you do not know how to do Applejacks? Raise your hands. Be honest. Half the room. Okay, so I got to teach you Applejacks first, because squishy feet is a funky Applejack. So, feet apart, bring your toes in. Toes in, so you're in a weird, bad position. I want you to place the weight on the ball of your right foot, lifting your heel. Place the weight on the heel of your left foot, lifting your toe. Bring your knees out. Bring them back in with the same weight. Bring them out, bring them in. Bring it out, bring it in. Bring it out, bring it in. Let's bring our feet together, our toes together. Put the weight on the ball of your left foot, the heel of your right. Bring your knees out, bring your knees in. Bring your knees out, bring your knees in. Switch. Switch. This absolutely takes practice. You will not learn it right now if you don't have it already. You will not. Just get the idea, okay, and then practice it at home. It's always one ball of the foot, one heel. One ball, one heel to make this work. Toes in. We're going to do our left side part of the Applejack. Right ball of the foot, left heel, knees out, knees in, knees out, knees in, knees out, Knees in and switch to left ball, right heel. Knees out, knees in, knees out, knees in. Stop right there. In a lot of the dances we taught this weekend, we had some sort of version of this. In Just Lose It, you had the da 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 da. Okay? It happens a lot. It was in a couple of things I did too. In the rich girl dance, went the other way. Okay? This traveling motion really will help you. Applejacks are switching each time. That's what Applejacks are. Applejacks are do one to the left, come in and switch. One to the right, come in and switch. In order to do that, you have to switch each time. So I'm actually going ball of my right, heel of my left to go left. When I come together, I switch ball, heel, and go the other way. You cannot just do it immediately. Switch, rotate. Rotate, you guys switch. Yeah, you really just have to practice Applejacks on your own. That's going that way. So on this one, this funky Applejack that they did, we call it squishy feet, you're going to take your right ball of foot and step on your right ball of foot and swivel your left heel out. Then as you do that, you take your weight back onto your right and take your left ball of foot and push your right heel out. I can't do this slow. So you step to the instep, push your foot out. Step to the instep, push your foot out. Oh, that's hard. It's a pretty funky step, I have to say. This is what it looks like. It's step and step and step and step and. That's what it looks like. How I explain it, who knows? But this is how the thing works. If your foot is kind of straight and you step, keep the weight on the heel of your left. And then you have to just take your other left foot and push the right foot out. And then push the left. Push the right. Push the left. Push the right. And the way she does it, this is not my move. I had to learn this off the video and figure out how the hell to do it. And Jamie does it great. This is her step. She has this kind of little boom, boom, boom. She has something going there. Whatever I just did is what she does. But I learned it just like I showed you. I went, huh? Slow that down on the video. Okay? That's what the squishy feet is. So for Applejacks or for squishy feet, you can practice that. No problem? Okay. And remember, we showed you another way to do it. Okay? That works too. But you'll get better at it, you won't do that. Okay. I'm going to go into rise and fall. Actually, I'm going to finish this up by going over the body and soul waltz that I did. And the reason I'm going to do that is it has rise and fall basics in it. And it also has a turn in it that will practice some turning for you guys. Okay? The concept of waltz. Let's do this. Let's get in a big circle on the floor. Just sort of, some of you guys move to the outside. We're going to have two circles is what's going to happen. Move out as far as you can. And then let's make an inside circle too. So half of you come on in and we'll make an inside circle. Yeah, some of you come on in. We'll make another circle. So either outside or inside, just choose one. Choose one. Find a circle. And not that small, we're just right next to the other circle. Somebody come right here. Let's go right here, somebody. I don't think the cat's gonna get it. Here, right here. We're just making two circles because we're gonna move around the floor. So spread that circle out. All right, now everybody face that direction. We're all moving in a circle. We're gonna walk in a circle. We're gonna walk in a circle. I want both circles walking the same way. So let's just make sure both circles are walking. Just walk. Walk. Walk in a circle. That's how we're going to move. We're going to move like this. Everyone got it? Stop. All right, all we're doing is giving you enough room to be able to do rise and fall for waltz, okay? So, Concept of waltz. Here's how most people, a lot of you have learned that it sort of has a down and an up motion, okay? And so you're ahead of the game, at least you understand it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But most people do this, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yuck. That would look like this. That would look like down, up, down, down. Waltz doesn't go that way. Waltz actually should not have been called rise and fall. All right, the fall part is weird. The word fall is not really what we would use, because that is a fall. We don't do that. We lower, not fall. It should have been called lower and rise, rather than drop and go, okay? So the concept of waltz is that, let's say this is level. This is level. Waltz starts from low. The basic starts from low. It travels straight forward. Then it commences to rise. Then it rises above level. Then it curves back down and comes down to below level. So if this is level, it compresses first, it goes straight, it commences to rise, goes above level, and compresses again and goes straight. So when you take that heel lead, I'm already low. My first step is straight at that level. Okay, this is impossible to do slow. This is very hard to do slow. But let's try it. Let's try it. We're going to go in a circle. Everybody lower and come back up. And lower. Come back up. Now raise up on the balls of your feet. And come back down. This is level right here. Lower again. Go to level. Raise the balls of your feet. Go back to level. Do you understand all three places? Level, lower, above. Okay, those are the three places. We start the basic from lower. All right, and because my dance starts with the left foot, we're doing basically a man's basic, but it won't matter. We're starting with the left foot. We're going to try to step straight out with your heel on one. Come over that foot. Bring your right foot through your left foot, sort of, and step on the ball of the foot, but you're not quite up yet. Start to rise on the right foot. Get all the way up until you step on the left foot and drop again. Now straight forward with the right heel. Heel, ball, ball, heel. So the actual technique of waltz goes heel, ball, ball, toe, ball, heel. It's really kind of, there's a lot going on here. But if you just think heel, ball, heel, ball, that's the best. That's the easiest for you. Okay, let's go forward on your left again. Compress first. Step with your heel. Heel. Rise up on the ball of your foot. Rise the full peak on the ball of your foot and drop down again. Then step with your right. Heel. Ball. Ball. Drop. Heel. Ball. Ball. Drop. All right, let's stop. That's not something you can learn immediately. It takes practice. And there's more to it than that. I'm just giving you something straight. I don't ever dance straight. I dance with some more swing and sway going on, okay? But for now, most of our dances is straight that we have in waltz line dancing. If you just think in terms of heel, ball, ball, lower. Heel, ball, ball, lower. Heel, ball, ball, lower. That way you get a curve instead of boom. See the difference? Yeah. Let's see if we can do it. Can you? Oh, he's gone. Mr. DJ. Oh well. Oh, nice. Do you have any kind of waltz that's not mine? No, use that one that's there, but slow it way down. The dances that we're using these days are a little fast, and we do it because you don't have to have as much technique. The slow waltzes require a lot of technique. So, but slow that one down as much as you can. It'll still be fast, but I want you to get the idea of how to lower and rise. Get ready. shuffle. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're about to have a waltz race. I get the middle. Put on that music, we're just going to go across the floor. I need a little more room. Do the best you can, okay? Turn it up a little bit. Turn it up a little bit. So they can hear it. Get ready. You're racing me. Ready and go. Go. Good job. They did good. They did good. There's no way without practice or training, but what they did was pretty darn good. They're like going, God, I gotta keep up here. You know? And all of a sudden, the drive and the compression of their body moved them more than going junk, junk. Okay, when we were all in this little group, all they could do is junk. Then they see me take off, they're like, damn, I gotta go. So waltz is that way. It's a move. I think it's one of the most powerful dances there are. It took me a while to figure that out. I just thought it was feminine. I didn't, to me it's like funky is cool. And I'm like going, what's all this crap? It just didn't seem right until I learned how powerful the dance could be. Now the dance feels powerful. It doesn't feel like floating butterflies, okay? And I'm certainly not gonna do it that way. So it's probably the hardest dance we do. Other than funky, which has so many weird things that's hard too. This one requires the same amount of technique, just different ways. No problem? That's waltz. Now, I don't know how much time we have, but I want to do this body and soul waltz because it has a basic, has a box step. This first basic, which I'll just go over the technique for, you would lower, you would step 1, up 2, you just kind of hold 3. This one's easy, back. But the box step here, we would actually lower, pass your foot through to center before you step to the side and together. So this would actually be heel, brush through, ball, ball, drop. So when we do that box step, it's not just, it's compress, pass through, side to the ball of the foot, another ball, and compress. When we do the lock step, I do the exact same thing. I do step on the ball of my foot because I'm going backwards. All right, I commence to rise, step on the ball of my foot, and then stay up on the ball of the foot and drop. All right, so that pattern there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? The pivot step, and I'm going to teach this dance, but I'm just giving you some ideas here. The pivot step is a little different, traveling pivot. You're going to step back on the ball of the foot as normal, compressed. In a pivot step, I usually stay compressed. I don't jump up. In a pivot step, I'll usually stay there, compressed, and take a flat every time I pivot. It's just the way, at least in the man's basic, it would be done. So you don't really have to rise during that pivot step. It can be stay, flat, and ronde, or sweep. Okay? And then the last movement, which will give us the spins and turns, is and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll go through that. So everybody line up. Here we go, facing this direction. We're going to relearn body and soul waltz real quick. Now, I will caution you, in this room, it's skinny, and there's many people. We will not be able to get good rise and fall right now. We will not be able to get any travel right now. So when you learn the dance, though, then you should practice it by yourself in a room this big. Don't think we'll have it. So let's do the dance. It's real easy, 24 counts. Step forward on your left foot on 1. Bring your right foot together and hold. Some people call this a hover step. It's just a hold. And then step back. 4, 5, 6. The next step is a box step. Remember, you step with the heel lowered first. 1. Pass through center to the side step on the ball of your right foot. Keep rising and step on the ball of your left. And lower. Ooh, that's hard to do slow. Now let's do our box step again. So it's forward, side, together. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Step back with the right foot. 4, step back with the left. 5, cross the right over the left to make sure you're up. 6, let's just do that. Shake it out. So we're just doing the box step. No, let's do it from hover, hover, box step, back lock. And you're halfway through the dance. All right, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Box step, and back, lock, step. Okay, let's switch, rotate. Same thing, here we go, no problem. Starting with your left. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, box step. 3, 2, 3, back with a lock. Now we're not going to be able to go anywhere, so move forward for a second. I taught this with the turn and without the turn. We're going to do it without the turn first. Without the turn, just watch me, came from the back lock step. It has a half a turn anyway, but only a half. If we go back, just watch. 1, 2, 3. Then we can prepare 4, turn a half, turn 5, 6. And that's how we're going to do it right now. We'll put the pivots in later. So your weight is on your right foot in a lock. Step back on count 1. Start to turn a half turn to your right on count 2 on the ball of the foot. Rise up on count 3 on the ball of your foot. Start to lower. Step forward on count 4. And remember the turns that we did earlier? Prep your body with your left hand back. Now sweep, only a half a turn that we did before. Sweep half. Yeah, that's it. Only half a turn. So watch, watch. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's come forward and try that. Right foot locked, stepping back on the left. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're almost done. Okay? Let's try the whole dance. Move way forward because we're gonna have trouble anyway. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 2. Box, step. 1, 2, 3, back lock. Half turn. And sweep. Now remember, almost everybody's there. Watch for a second. When we go backwards, some of you are turning too soon. You're from the lock step, just watch. 1, 2, 3. 4, you're still stepping forward. 4. Don't turn on 4. Step on 4, this is our prep. 4. This is for 5, 6. Okay, you gotta step forward on 4. Come on up, let's try it again. From the top. Only 6 more counts and you're done. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, box step. 3, 2, back lock. Nice turn. 1, 2, 3, sweep. 4, 5. Oh, very good. Good, everybody come forward. Not too far. Okay. Because this is a technique class, we're going to work on the turn, the next turn, not the pivot turn, but the very last turn. And this is because of balance. We went through turns earlier, but this turn we're going to give you is a twist turn with a ronde. Twist turn with a ronde. And what you're going to do, twist turn's very simple. Start with your left foot, bring it in front, and I want you to go, and 1, crossing your right behind your left. All right? Now the minute you're in this position, try to turn left. You can't, can you? You can turn right, but you can't turn left. When I set up the movement, I automatically torque as far left as I can. It's a preparation. So if I step forward, watch, and 1. That's where I am. Always. Because now I'm really ready to unwind, aren't I? All right? I wouldn't just go, ooh, okay? That would be in a funky walk, you do that. But in this position, I'm preparing to turn. Your feet want to unwind. So for now, I just want you to unwind and keep going. Yeah. Piece of cake. Moment die. Moment die. Okay? So starting with your left, let's do our and 1. Turn, 2, 3. When you turn, keep your weight on your left foot, the one in front, okay? Keep the one on front. Let's try that again. We have, and 1, turn 2, 3. That other foot wants to sweep, doesn't it? Right? The other foot wants to sweep. When I'm here, and I'm going, and 1, when I turn naturally, this foot just wants to sweep, correct? That's what it should feel like. That's what the next move is anyway. That's why I did it that way. So when we have, and 1, on 1, that foot wants to sweep. Let it. Okay, let it sweep. Good job. Now, when I choreograph dances, and this isn't necessarily true for everybody, it's true for the better choreographers. I mean, I put myself in that league with Guyton and stuff because I do really hard, I think out really hard, what's the natural way your body's gonna fall. Wherever it's gonna fall, that's my next step. I don't ever switch on it. So like if I'm coming through this movement and I'm gonna fall, okay, I'll fall with the next move. Does that make sense? So we always try to do that when we choreograph, is to fall into the next move nicely. Okay? So this one will be the turn, followed by the sweep of the foot, and just a grapevine. That's all, going that way. So it's a grapevine with a quarter turn. Let's do our little setup for the turn. Ready, and 1. Turn 2, sweep 3, fall grapevine, 5, 6. That was good. Let's try that again. You'll end up facing that wall when we're done with that. So we have our and 1. Turn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty good. Now I have to watch because you all ended up the same way, and I'm not sure you really did a turn. They might have all gone and 1. So I gotta watch this time, all right? Here we go, let's try it. Ready, go. And 1, turn 2, sweep 3, go 4, 5, 6. Now you're lucky this song's fast, because you don't have to take all day in this sweep. It pretty much goes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes kind of fast. So let's try that. I'll count you in with 4, 5, 6, and you try it. 4, 5, go, and 1, 2, 3, sweep, vine, step. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. As you get better, you can add double turns. Or not. I barely make it at speed, believe me, it's pretty fast. I have to cheat early to get there. So, the nice little single turn with a sweep. Let's try that again. I'll count you from 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm slowing down, but the music will not. As soon as you hit N1, unwind. As soon as you go, and 1, 2, 3. Unwind right away. Don't wait for any beat. You'll pick it up on 4, 5, 6. So I'll count you in from 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, go, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good. You guys are doing pretty good on this. One more time. Everybody raise your shoulders up, bring them down, don't raise them again. Because this does not make a nice waltz. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, here we go. I'll count you for 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty good. Let's stop for one more second. Can I explain about cheating? I cheat a lot in turns. Cheating is good technique. Let's understand this. I actually unwind first, before I bring my foot around, before I raise either. So when I'm here, watch, and 1, I'm already unwound, and my body just does the rest. You guys are busy going, and 1. Okay? I cheat. Cheating is good technique. Let's learn this. Some of it's got to be easy, right? It's an unwind turn. It's a twist turn. When I'm here and 1, I want you to stay low. And just unwind. And then sweep. Now you made almost a full turn before the sweep ever happened. Does that make sense? Most of you are trying to sweep way too early. All right? If you really think of it as unwind, follow it, it's easier. Good luck. Moment. Here we go, all together. 4, 5, go, and 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Nice. That's the end of the dance. Let's do the whole dance. Let's do the whole dance. Starts forward with the step and touch. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, box step. 1, 2, back lock. Half a turn. 2, 3, sweep. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I didn't show you the transition, but watch. I'll come this way, just watch. After my half turn, watch. 1, 2, 3. After my little baby sweep. 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all it is. End of dance. Move forward, let's try it. Move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, way forward. We can even do the hovers on the rug, I don't care. Here we go. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 2, box step, 3, back lock, half turn, 2, 3, sweep, last move, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now guess what? We have a new wall. Let's do the same thing facing this wall. Good luck. Hi back there. They're all good right in the middle, so you don't have to worry about it. Just follow all them. Here we go, left foot starts. And 1, 2, 3, 2, box, step, 3, 2, 3. Lock, half turn, 1, 2, sweep, 4, new move, and 1, 2, 3, back wall. Now, let's try the same dance facing this back wall. You can do it. Here we go, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 2, box, 3, back lock, 4, half turn, with a sweep, and new move, and face the side wall. Let's try it facing this wall. We can do it. One thing about waltz, it does travel, and on a skinny floor it's hard. Here we go. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, back lock, half turn, sweep, new move, good job. Let's just do the waltz a couple times, you'll run into everybody, it's okay, here we go. You guys, you won't be good at your basic while you're doing the dance. You practice your basic separate from your dance. Then, when you do the dance, the basic will come together, and it'll get better. Does that make sense? I'm still using the same technique as much as I can. I can't travel as much, but it's still the same technique. Here we go, let's try the dance, slow that puppy down. For some of you that don't do the turns, I did add like this, and touch, ronde. You can always add that in if you want. Here we go. That's as slow as you get it right. It's called Body and Soul. Come on up a little closer. You wanted to learn this one anyway, right? Here we go. 4, 5, 6. What have you done to me? Box step. I cannot. After. And I'm not ashamed. New move. Hesitate. Then step. Tap. Back. Step. Box step. Back lock. Twist turn. Back wall. Ready, set. And back. Box step. Back lock. Body the box. That's listen up like 3 seconds. And half turn. New move. Sidewalk. Box step. Back box. The only thing that's different about that dance and choreography is that I actually put pivot turns on this back step instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the choreography and in teaching. They're all pivot turns, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, but we wouldn't have had room to do that. The left one. Well, you guys have graduated our 3-hour intensive technique class. Gaiden and Natalie and Rochelle and I have had a great time here in Malaysia. You guys are like not only some of the best dancers in the world, but some of the most friendly people in the world.